Waiting on you guys to get on in. How y'all doing? What's going on, family? Y'all pop on in the room. Pop on in the room, ladies and gentlemen. We are here on this beautiful weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here on this beautiful weekend. What's going on, man? Hope y'all having a good week so far. Hope you guys are going to have a great weekend. What's up, Teslin? I see you. I'm down here in Atlanta still. Shout out to all my ATLians. What's up, all hip hop? I see you in here. I'm down in Atlanta. My Atlanta people, let me ask y'all something. What are the malls? I need to go to the mall. I need to get some like a jacket or something. It gets a little cold out here at night. What malls are cool out here? You know, you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to go into the wrong mall, and what malls are good in Atlanta? I don't know nothing. Atlanta is totally different. I'm downtown and it's totally different. You walk off in some place and it's Bussyville. And not that I have anything against that. I just don't want to go to the wrong spot and people think that I don't want to go to the wrong spot where there's different types of activity that I'm not really trying to get down with, because sometimes some of these malls be pickup joints. and I'm not saying it's good or bad, right or wrong. I'm not saying good or bad, right or wrong. I'm not judging anybody. I'm not judging anything, but some of these malls, some of these places you go to are quote unquote malls, but it ain't about the mall, it's about balls. They should call it balls because that's what niggas in there looking for. And I have nothing against that, but I just want to know where I'm walking into. I just want to know where I'm going. Not to judge anybody. I just like to know where I'm going. In Atlanta, you never know. You never know what you're walking into. So what's a good mall where I can get some player shit? Because again, you go to some of these stores that's supposed to be for men, and they be having kitten heels and skirts for niggas. I don't want that. I just want some regular player shit. I just want regular player stuff. That's all I ask. I just ask for regular stuff. Not knocking anybody, not knocking any new things that you got going on. I just want some regular stuff, and I just want to know where to go in and go out without anything extra being going on, So y'all let me know, my Atlanta people, let me know where I can get some regular player stuff, no kitten heels, no dresses, just regular player stuff at a regular mall. I can just go pay my money and come out with my pants up. That's all I want to know. Just real simple. Hell, I go to a TJ Maxx or Ross, wherever. Just let me know where I can get some fly shit. Anyway, man, let's get into what we're going to talk about. The movie The Woman King, it came out, and they're trying to spin the numbers on The Woman King, talking about, it was the #1 movie because it raked in $19 million. But the thing is, there was no competition. It came in during a week where there were no other real big movies out. So yeah, it was the #1 movie at 19 million, but that was a movie whose budget was $50 million. The budget for The Woman King is 50 million. So, in the Hollywood game, you got to make 2 and 3 times that in order to really crack a profit. So they haven't even made half the budget back yet. They haven't even made half the budget back yet, let alone 3 times over the budget. You got to make the budget and then some in order for that thing to be a win. So Hollywood desperately wanted this thing to pop off because there's so many agendas attached to this. There's a lot of agendas attached with this movie that the dominant society has vested interest in promoting. One thing they want to promote is a gender divide. They want to show these women beating up on these dudes and the women don't need no men. They want that narrative. Also, they want to show the narrative of African people being major players in the transatlantic slave trade, so they can use that as a deflection. Like, hey, it wasn't just us evil white people, it was some of those evil Africans too. So go look at them. Don't look at us, look at them. And we ain't really buying that narrative either. We're not buying that narrative either. I've said this whole narrative that we need to look at the Africans and their involvement in the slave trade. Yeah, we acknowledge that, but that has nothing to do with our reparations claim. Yeah, we're acknowledging it. Yeah, there were some of those tribes over there that was knee deep in the game, but that ain't got nothing to do with the white supremacists, because your governments are still up, and your governments, you've absorbed all the resources from the slave trade. So even the little nigger trinkets that y'all gave them, you colonized them anyway. So you absorbed all of that wealth too. So this is a wealth thing. They don't have no wealth, and the kingdom of Dahomey doesn't exist no more. That's a non-existent kingdom. So I'm not focusing on a non-existent kingdom like that when it comes to the reparations talk. See, this is why it's important to know history and to understand the social um, science aspect of this stuff, because they try to play these Jedi mind tricks. The governments that are still alive that participated in the slave trades right here, the United States government, they participated in the slave trade and grew wealthy because of the slave trade. And that same government is still here right now with the same debt owed. So that's who we're going to be looking to for our reparations claim. And some of the Caribbean brothers and sisters want to look at Britain, as they should, for their reparations claim. Britain is not off the hook. Now, if they can stop crying in the Caribbean enough over the damn queen to get their reparations, that's the problem. Y'all have a lot of people over there boohooing and crying because of the queen. So they ain't really trying to get no reparations because they think they're part of the British crown. But I digress. But the thing is with the Woman King, I saw something with CNN. They put out an article. They had one of their flunkies write this article on CNN. And they've acknowledged that this movie is basically a flop. You got a $50 million budget, you only rake in 19 million, and those numbers are going to dwindle in the weeks to come. So that's not a good look. But they have to spend it. So now they know that it's a flop. So CNN wrote a piece talking about, well, the people who were talking about boycotting it the most, did you notice that it was primarily black men? Oh Lord, here they go. Here they go. They always have to, if there's anything negative, they're going to have to dump it on black men. Now, understand, there was a lot of sisters who wasn't rocking with that joint either. A lot of sisters weren't rocking with that because, again, one of the other agendas of that movie is that the black women just need each other. It was a lot of lesbian undertones in the movie. These women living amongst each other, and from what I understand, there's a lot of studdish undertones to the film. So that's another thing as far as agendas. Again, they had a lot of agendas they were pushing with this movie. It was very important for us to get on board with it, and we just didn't get on board with it in large numbers. We weren't really rocking with that movie because them trying to portray the Dahomey tribe as some type of heroic group where they were just slaughtering other black people and enslaving other black people and decapitating other black people. That wasn't really heroic, and they were doing some real foul stuff. So they're going to try to blame black men. Oh, it's just every time the white liberals do this, when we don't want to rock with one of their goofy agendas, well, it's just the black men hating because y'all don't want to see the black woman lead. Y'all just hating on the black girl magic. Shut up. That's the same thing they did with Kamala. When people are like, hey, we don't really rock with Kamala Harris, and Kamala Harris has a track record of throwing brothers in jail and, and sisters in jail. Kamala Harris has a horrible track record with black people. Oh, y'all just mad because she got her zaddy. Y'all niggas just mad. She got a zaddy and she got some black girl magic, and y'all hating on her black girl magic. What black girl magic? That woman is East Indian, and her dad is a Jamaican, but that doesn't make him a black Jamaican. That man has never identified as black. So are we hating on curry girl magic? I see curry, I don't see black. What are you talking about? Let's stop all this. We got to call this stuff out. We got a lot of folks, and I'm gonna get some of the family to chime in. I'm gonna get some of y'all to chime in a minute. How many people we got in here? We almost got 1,000 people in here. Another thing, I put up a story down from down in Houston. There was a story from down in Houston, and it was a very heinous crime. This dude who was friends with this other guy, he killed this guy in front of his 2-year-old. It was some kind of money dispute. Then he took the car, from what I understand. I think he took the car and then left the car on the side of the road with the 2-year-old in there, and the 2-year-old child died. And they had the mugshot of the guy, and they reported this story and just showed the mugshot. And you read the story and you find out these guys are Nigerian. The victim is Nigerian, and the suspect, they're Nigerian. They're West African dudes. Then I corrected the headline to point that out. I'm like, hey, this non-FBA suspect did a heinous crime. And some of the tethers are all in the comments, extremely mad, saying I'm divisive for correcting the headline. Oh, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this, Tariq? Oh, you nigga, you hate us, nigga, you're divisive. Whoa, no. Well, how am I divisive? By pointing out that these are non-FBA people. How is that divisive? Because that's the energy you're on. Last week when they had the Emmys, anybody who had any kind of ancestry that was non-FBA, y'all emphasized that. When people were winning awards, y'all went out of your way. Shirley Ralph is Jamaican American. Such and such is Nigerian American. Y'all go out of your way to differentiate yourself. But when there's a heinous crime, everybody wants to fall back and let it fall on us. I'm not letting that happen no more. I'm telling y'all, I'm not absorbing nobody else's criminality. I'm good on that. If you're going to differentiate yourselves from us, do it all across the board. Don't dump your trash on foundational Black Americans. Keep your trash. These niggas do these real janky, crazy crimes. You own up to it. Put that on your resume. Don't dump that on us and then call us divisive for pointing it out that this dude ain't us. Because y'all sit up here and let your trash fall on us and then come over here talking about, we have to stay away from the Katas because they commit so much crime. Nigga, the crime is you. The criminals are you. Let's keep it a buck here. You're not crime free. Y'all come over here committing all types of crimes and then we have to absorb it. I don't want to absorb your crime. Yeah, we got our criminals and we have to deal with that. We already have enough on our plate. I'm not dealing with FBA criminals and non-FBA criminals. But then you only get to claim all the scholars and the award winners. No, claim some of these dusty ass niggas too. Don't dump them on us. That's a problem. I'm not allowing anybody to dump trash on foundational Black Americans no more. Keep your trash. Let's get some people in here. We got a dude with a Dominican flag in the back. Is that a Dominican flag in the back, brother? Hop on, man. Hop on. Growing Up Hip Hop. I think that's your name. What's up, brother?
Power! White power!
Lord. And you ain't even white. How you got white power and you ain't white?
I'm a Teda. You Wakata.
Now, how you got white power and your head is nappier than mine? What kind of stuff is that, brother?
I'm not black, nigga. I'm Dominican.
Yeah, so it's Goya power, not white powder. You mean Goya power, or Goya powder? Okay, is that what you meant? Goya powder?
Oh, that's it.
Okay, well, stop yelling white power. You're not white. You meant Goya powder. You're gonna put Goya powder on your chicken and season it real good. All right, man. Let me let you get out of here, brother. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we got. Y'all raise your hand. That's what he meant. It was a typo. He meant Goya powder. Bless his heart. He doesn't know. Okay. And again, my Atlanta people, let me know what some of the malls out here, man, where I can get some fly stuff out here. Let me see. Let's get J Money. Let's get J Money in here. J Money, hop on. All right, J Money. All right, okay, let's try this. Family, raise your hand when you're ready. Make sure your phone is good. Raise your hand when you're ready to get on, because that slows the whole game down. Let's get Bowman Lee. Let's get Bowman in here. I got to get J Money out of here. Let's get Bowman Lee in here. Bowman, what's up, brother? All right. Bowman or Dominique. Let's try Dominique.
What's going on, Tariq?
What's up, Dominique? How are you, brother?
I'm good, brother. I'm working. I just wanted to say this, man. Black people, we just got to realize that when they do stuff like this, it's a form of gaslighting. You know, when they do this to black men and black women. You know, they want to sit here and say, "Oh, see, look, you know, we were just trying to make a movie. You know, y'all are getting mad for no reason." When they blatantly do this stuff. And I
Yeah.
also wanted to ask you this too. What would it take, you know, for, even though you said, you know, most black people are not with it, you know, what would it take for black women to really like come, I wouldn't say come to our side, but like actually, you know, rock with us and really understand like what's going on?
Well, I think sisters do. A lot of sisters do, man. They really understand. A lot of sisters are riders, so they really do understand. And you got some sisters out here who are down for the cause. Wait, Bowman, what's up, man? What all? Are you eating Jollof? What you eating, Bowman?
No. What I want to say is this: Hollywood has this tendency to try to backhandedly, you know, put a perspective on us. I should say, so to speak. They want us to be
Right.
homosexual. We're getting tired of that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? The agenda, woman king. What is that? And then also, it's subliminal what they're doing. Like it's almost like they're saying black women are warrior like with the
Yeah.
mentality.
Yeah.
And also the Agoji women, what I see Hollywood doing with this movie is the crimes that was committed against us in that trade, the transatlantic, they beheaded us to their gods. And what that means to me, subliminally, is they're trying to remove our consciousness.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Real good point. And you know what's interesting? This whole dynamic of them trying to masculinize black women. That's another thing too. And I want y'all to understand that the woman king. Let's look at that, because see, look at the messaging that they're trying to say to send. The black women are not feminine. So you can treat black women the same way you treat black men. So if you harm a black woman, like a Sandra Bland, like a Breonna Taylor, you don't have to look at her like a woman. That's the same as a black man. So yeah, their sexuality is fluid. That's that whole thing from slavery. That's the ain't I a woman thing from Sojourner Truth. She was like, ain't I a woman? I do the same work as a man. Whoop de whoop. Ain't I a woman? Y'all treat me like a man. They've always treated black women like men. They've always abused them like they abuse men. And they've always had to degender black men and black women to make our gender just non-existent, to treat us as one big thing. When you look at somebody's gender, you have to humanize them to a certain degree. But they've always looked at black men and women as a thing without a gender, without a real identity. And when you can look at somebody as a thing instead of a human, or instead of a person, you wouldn't have compassion for it. So you can abuse a thing more than you can abuse a person. You see, watch the dynamics that they're trying to put out there. We have to understand the subliminal messages out there. Because yeah, the white liberals don't give a damn about no black women. Don't let them run that black girl magic. There's sisters out here who get abused by race soldiers all the time, and these white liberals turn a blind eye to it. They turn a blind eye to it. Right now, people are talking about that Jeffrey Dahmer movie, and there's some scenes circulating, and I talked about this for years, where Jeffrey Dahmer was abusing primarily black people. And it was some sisters, some black women who were trying to tell the police, and they were trying to save one of the victims. These black women were trying to save one of the, it was, I think he was a Cambodian kid. And they told the police, hey, this kid is in danger. And the police took the boy back up to Jeffrey Dahmer's house, and Jeffrey killed the kid. And I've always said the police knew what Jeffrey Dahmer was doing. They knew. but he was doing the stuff primarily in a black neighborhood out there in Milwaukee. They knew that. They knew exactly what he was doing. So what they're doing now with the Jeffrey Dahmer thing, because Jeffrey Dahmer was LGBT, so the white liberals are trying to spin the whole narrative. They're trying to say, well, what Jeffrey Dahmer did, it was the whole Jeffrey Dahmer situation, it went on because of racism and homophobia. I'm like, well, how are y'all trying to work homophobia into this? Jeffrey Dahmer was LGBT and his whiteness protected him as he victimized primarily black people. They're focusing on the one little Cambodian kid, but the thing is, I want y'all to Google, because I can't even post this stuff. It's so damn graphic. Google Jeffrey Dahmer's crime scene. Dude, he has hands and feet and severed heads of black men. He has severed penises of black men. They got pictures of this stuff. You can't post it on social media. This dude had body parts of black men all up in his crib, body parts chopped up, genitals, just up there eating like he's at a goddamn buffet. And they sit here and try to spin it as if him not being prosecuted was something about homophobia. I don't know how they mix that narrative in, because the thing is, a lot of these white LGBT dudes, a lot of the serial killers, so to speak, who target black people, a lot of them come from that community. The Ed Bucks, the Ronald Dominiques. There was another man out of New Orleans who was doing the same thing Jeffrey Dahmer did, killing a bunch of black men out there, raping them and killing them. Look up that Ronald Dominique. We talked about that in the Buck Breaking movie. And you never heard about that story. They buried that story because they don't want to show that narrative, this white man getting away with murdering dozens and dozens of black men and raping them. And then folks want to question buck breaking as if we made all that stuff up. That stuff goes on now. The stuff with Ed Buck, that was buck breaking, and white society let it go on. Ed Buck has never been charged with the murders of those men who was in his house. Do y'all know that? Ed Buck is in jail now. They had to put him in jail for something because, damn, it got so obvious that he was being protected. Ed Buck is not in jail for murder. Ed Buck is not in jail for murdering none of those black men in his house. He's in jail for some like drug charges or something, but not for actual murder. You understand? So we have to understand the game that's being played out here. Let's get my sister Juicy Genius in here. Juicy.
Yo, Reed.
Oh, what's up, Young? Let me get Young first. What's up, Young?
What's the deal, man? I've been waiting to get on here forever, man. I don't know if you remember, I tried to get on here last week. I was at work. It ain't work, but I'm out of Detroit, man. Big
No
up
doubt.
to you. Man, you be on point with everything. I watch you faithfully, bro. Like, I wake up in the morning and catch the videos I ain't missed. I just turned 25, you know what I'm saying? So this, what you be doing kind of be keeping me in a right head space to, keep pushing and trying to knock down, the barriers that need to be knocked down for my success and my generational success, you know what I mean? So just major appreciative of what you doing. To chime in on the topic, I want to say the bottom line is just being on game or having the game to what be going on. And that's why what you be doing is key. Is like when you did the stream about the woman king thing at first, about the Dahomey tribe and all that, like I ain't know nothing about the Dahomey people or none of that. Like, and just looking at the woman king thing, you would think it's like, oh, we got some positive black, stuff coming out. And I see a lot of people, my peers, like going to see the movie and they like, oh, this is the best movie and all that. And I'm like, damn, but we don't even know the history that they really lightweight undermining and propagating what we is considering to be, our history or whatever. So I feel like the bottom line just being able to be on game and understand the real game, what's really real out here and what's like propaganda or what's being used to slightly undermine us, you know what I mean?
Real talk, man. But thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. Let's get Juicy. Come on, dear.
Peace and power, King Tariq. Peace and power to the family. I just wanted to talk about the whole Jeffrey Dahmer situation that's on Netflix.
Yeah.
One of the relatives of the descendants of one of his victims is on Twitter right now trying to boycott this Netflix. It's re-traumatizing seeing her cousin be replayed over and over again. And she's actually on Twitter right now. I retweeted some of her posts about how traumatizing it is for her and her family to continually see, this played out and then not even be contacted by these producers, directors. They're not compensated. So Hollywood and white supremacists are capitalizing off of re-traumatizing victims and different things like that. And I also posted the book about the delectable Negro. I
Yeah.
learned that about you from Brother Tariq about what the delectable Negro was. You had said that in one of your broadcasts and how they fetishized and devoured, and it was a delectable to eat of a black man's flesh. So it really runs deep all the way back to the slave times. And
Yes,
I'll
man.
land there.
Thank you, dear. Man, again, dude, this old Jeffrey, y'all need to go watch Buck Breaking. That's why the white supremacists have such a problem with the movie Buck Breaking. The white supremacists hate that we expose their culture. They act like, well, the Buck Breaking was a myth. They do that now. They do the same stuff now. They do the same stuff now. They've always had this weird sexual fetish with raping and consuming black people, particularly black men. They've always had a fetish about that. They've always had that weird fetish of sodomizing and then and consuming. Jeffrey Dahmer is not the only one. Remember when they would lynch black men, they would sit there and fight over who's going to castrate the black man who they lynched. They sat there and they fought over this stuff. They would fight over the body parts. Yeah. Some of the stuff that goes on, man, in these hospitals. And there's a story going around now, something going on in a prison. I don't know where this prison is. I'm looking more into the story where some of the inmates, man, they're starving them and they're sewing their stomachs together. It look like they're having some kind of weird surgeries going on in these prisons. So that's something that we got to start looking into as well. What are they doing in these prisons? These prisons are starting to look like straight up and down concentration camps. They're doing weird stuff in the prison right now. And again, this organ harvesting stuff, this is real. This is not a conspiracy. Every other month or every other year, you see a black person turning up and you find out that their organs are missing. You understand? Just weird stuff going on. We're not making this stuff up. The white supremacists, they do real deceitful, devious stuff. They have a whole history of doing this stuff. And when we call it out, they try to make us seem crazy. They try to gaslight us. You did? Well, this black addict dude. I see that. Black addict, you that troll that I roasted not too long ago, brother? He's still around, I see. All right. Let's get some more people in here. Got a lot of folks in here. Oh, man. Let me see. Black immigrants. Okay, who's black immigrants? Let's get black immigrants in here.
What's up, Tariq, brother? What's up? But
How you doing? Go ahead, brother.
I'm a survivor, brother. But this is all I want to say: black men ain't got shit to do with the reason why these politicians are failing. Black men ain't got shit to do why these movies ain't turning out in the revenue that they damn want. Personally, be honest with you, the Woman King movie is dumb as hell to me because at the end of the day, how the hell can a woman be a king? That shit dumb as fuck.
Yeah, that's that whole gender neutrality nonsense that they try to push on us. That's all that's about. A woman king. Y'all better watch the subliminals they're trying to throw at you with this stuff. Let's get Broke. What's up, man?
Hello, Tariq. How you doing?
I'm good, man. What's on your mind?
Hey, man, I'm a long-time listener, a big fan of your work. Let me start by saying, man, keep up the great work, man. You have really, truly informed me on a lot of game that's going on around here. And as far as the Woman King movie is concerned, if you remember the movie Harriet, it had a lot of inaccuracies about Harriet Tubman. And the main thing about that was it was to psychologically masturbate the mind of the black woman. And I'm having back and forth debates with a lot of my friends on Facebook regarding the Woman King and regarding Harriet and the propaganda messages that it is sending. And the worst part about it is a lot of these black women know it is propaganda. They know what they're watching is BS, yet they continue to fall for it. So, I mean, to my black women, y'all got to understand, y'all are being played for a fool. Don't sit up here and contribute to your own demise. We got enough problems as it is. I mean, if I'm wrong, let me know I'm wrong.
Real talk, man. And the thing is, I said this before. When they show women heroes, they show them feminine still. Whenever they do movies about so-called powerful women or even women warriors who are white, they don't defeminize them or masculinize them. They still portray them as feminine women. Laura Croft and Xena the Warrior Princess, these were warriors, but they were still feminine women. They have to masculinize the black woman. Let's get Just B in here, and then we get Mila after Just B.
Hey, Brother Tariq. You guys are both right. The gender divide is real out here. The Democrats are working extra hard. And I wanted to know if you've seen the movie End of the Road with Queen Latifah. She was very masculine in that movie. Masculine as hell. They had her leave the man in the car while she go buck up to the white supremacists and act like she's big and bold. So our families are getting hit and targeted. So we as women definitely have to speak up more, especially against Stacey Abrams and that bull crap.
Real talk. Thank you, dear. Yeah. And y'all remember, I think Time magazine about a year or so ago when the protests were happening, probably in 2020. I think yes, 2020. Time magazine had an illustration, a cartoon illustration talking about the protest, and they were like, yeah, the face of the protest, and they had a black woman with a black child as the leader of the protest. And they put that type of stuff out there to make it seem like, okay, we're going to switch the genders to put the woman in a more masculinized position. And then we're going to show the black men like Billy Porter, like D. Ray McKesson. We're going to show black men running around here sashaying around. And they go out of their way to promote that narrative. They always have to promote black women as burly and masculine and black men as dainty and feminine. You understand? So when we look at the music industry, we look at let's look at a small child watching a video show or video award show. What's a child going to see? When a child is watching one of these shows, you're going to see Lizzo, all right, white people fawning over big, strong, burly Lizzo. I'm not being mean. We just got to call it what it is. That's a big gal, good or bad, right or wrong. They're going to see a big, hefty gal. And they're going to see Lil Nas X. You see? So the woman is big and burly, and the black man is in a dress, dainty with a wig on. And then they're going to show Saucy Santana with the BBL. Okay? These are the images that children see. And they know what they're doing to the minds of children when they see images like that. It's gender erasure. You make the genders all mixed up. And they specifically do it with black optics. They really do it with us. The optics have to be there. Going back to Lil Nas X, you see the Lil Nas X video, the last one he did where he's in jail, him and a bunch of black men are in jail twerking. There's a bunch of black men in jail, butt naked, twerking, and the one white man, Jack Harlow, is the only masculine one. The white man is the masculine one. And I keep pointing out, if you look at these award shows, the white entertainers, the white rappers, they show up masculine. The white rappers are coming wearing suits, and they got all the black rappers dressed like children or dressed like women. This is something that's designed by the executives at these labels and at these corporate media outlets. They design this type of stuff. The optics are designed. So we have to understand propaganda. Let's get Mila in here. What's up, Mila? Mila, you ready? Wait, hold on. I thought I added you. Hold on. Let me add Mila, hop on, dear. I just added you again. Hop on, Mila.
Hello, could you guys hear me?
Yes, how are you, Mila?
Can you guys hear me?
Mila, we can hear you, ma'am.
I'll leave and come back. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me.
All right, Mila, get your phone together, dear. You got to get your phone together, sweetie. You should not still have an iPhone 2.5. Okay? You won your iPhone at a bingo game, ma'am. You got to have it together, dear. You got to have it together. All right, let's get some more people in here. All right, let's get True Steel. Let's get True Steel. All right, True Steel, hop on. Hop on, True Steel.
What's good? What's
All
good?
right.
I'm here. What's up, brother?
There you go. What's up, True? How are you,
know,
brother?
man. Listen, I'm Dominican. My mom is Dominican. My father's Dominican. We consider ourselves black, right? And I know you
Yes.
had an issue with that, but brother, I'm darker than you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I speak
Yeah.
Spanish, and I'm from New York, right? I'm not with the clown business what the other brother was doing earlier. We don't do that. We grown men, right? So I totally
Yep.
respect you. I'm following you. I see everything that you do. I follow you. I'm with you 1,000%. Well,
No doubt.
not 1,000. I'll say, close to 100% of what you do and stuff like that. But I agree and disagree with you regarding the movie. The movie was, I can say, the movie was. I can see what you say regarding the movie being showing the woman, black woman being masculine. But the point of the movie was to show that in this particular tribe, whether it be real or fake or whatever, that the movie was showing that the black woman had some type of strength behind her. Like we wasn't soft because there were soft women in the movie that was portrayed that they were like super feminine and stuff like that. And another point I wanted to say, because I don't want to hold too much of your time because I'm working right now.
Right.
The Queen Latifah movie was portrayed that when has Queen Latifah, let's be honest, when has Queen Latifah played somebody a feminine part? You know what I'm saying? Like a soft woman. She's never played. That's not even her in real life. So let's be realistic.
Well, she did play. She played in that movie with Common. She was the love interest in the movie with Common, the basketball movie. So they've tried to film her up in some films. They tried
How
to.
terrible was that movie?
Yeah, it wasn't believable.
Exactly. Come on, that's what Queen
Right.
Latifah is. And then in the backstory to that was her father was an ex-military, and that's where she honed all her skills. But brother, I don't want to hold you. Thank you for being an inspiration to us. Keep doing your thing. Much love and be careful in Atlanta. These brothers is
Yes,
wilding.
sir. Thank you so much, bro. All right. Now, look, the movie Woman King, it could be cinematically, it could look good, and um, the pacing and the tone and the screenplay could be good, but we do have to understand the certain messages that's being portrayed with movies like that. We can't lose the message. We can't lose the overall message. Because look, there are television shows that have pretty good storylines that I won't even watch. I won't watch. Like for example, my lady she likes watching the P Valley show, and I'm so cool because the show it ambushes you with bullshit. The storyline is good. It's about some strippers at a strip club or whatever, and you watch and you seeing strippers. I'm like, oh, cool. Okay, I'm looking at these women booty shaking. That's cool. The storyline gets cool. They get into some gangster shit. All right, this is a cool little storyline. I'm watching P Valley. I'm like, this ain't bad. All right, cool storyline. Nice looking women in here. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, niggas be doing a drug deal. Like, hey man, where's my drug? I don't know. Well, bend over, nigga. And then they start doing each other. I'm like, whoa, whoa. Where the hell did that come from? And they always do it spontaneously because they know that if there's a buildup to it, you're gonna tune out. So they have to do it real fast. Power starts doing that stuff. I don't like when Power does that. The Power TV show on Stars, they ambush you with the bullshit. You going along with the story. The story is good. The story is good. Everything is good. Everything is cool. Then all of a sudden, bam, two niggas kissing for no reason. Like, what? They just crowbar that in. Like with the men and the women, they at least create a sexual tension there. There's a sexual tension. You see them kind of flirting. The Tariq character is flirting with this chick, and it's a build up to it. The one dude was flirting with the teacher, so there's a build up. You see that it might go there, but they don't do that with the dudes. They just cut to a scene and niggas bent over. Okay, what the hell? This ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Yeah, I don't want to be ambushed with something. I don't want to be ambushed. But they have to ambush you with certain agendas, and that's what I don't want. So even if the storyline is good, I don't want to be ambushed with an agenda. And going back to The Woman King, there's agendas with that movie. There's a lot of agendas with that movie. You dig? So we have to watch out for that stuff. We have to understand programming when people are trying to convey messages. This is why we need to understand history. See, the dominant society, you see how they've been acting over the mermaid, and the mermaid is a fictional character. They're mad because the mermaid is black now. And that's a fictional character, you see? And they're pissed off. They don't play that stuff when it comes to their iconic imagery, even if it's fictional. Just like with The Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz is all fiction. But when they did a black version in 1978 with the movie The Wiz, that movie flopped because white people were like, hell no. Don't you do that to our iconic films. Don't you nigger it up. And The Wiz was a phenomenal movie. It's a classic in black society, but white society was like, oh, no. You don't touch our stuff. Now, we can go and remix all of your stuff, but you can't touch ours. All right, Mila, you want to try it again, dear? What's up, Mila?
Can you guys hear me now?
We can hear
Okay,
you, Mila.
great.
Can you hear us?
Yes,
All
perfectly.
right.
Okay. Hello, afternoon. I'm in the Dominican Republic, so the service is bad. So I'll just speak very quickly. People in general, I
Okay.
feel, need to be extremely aware of the things that they intake for sure. And as you said, Tariq, they use these sneaky tactics. But in addition, women might want to realize that these powerful independent positions that they're slowly conditioning us to want isn't what we naturally desire for the most part. Okay, that's what I wanted to say.
Thank you so much. Now, are you Dominican?
No, I'm not Dominican. I'm from the British Virgin Islands.
Oh, I see. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you be safe. Yeah. All right. Let me get my brother Torian Rain in here. Let me get him in. Torain Walk. I'm sorry. Torain Walk. Torain in here. What's up, brother Torain? Brother Torain, where you at, bro?
How are you?
I'm good, man. What's on your mind, sir?
All right, man. First of all, man, much respect to the things you're doing. I just want to say that. And
Thank you so
the
much.
second thing I want to say is, to your point, we have to be very, very, very careful about the optics that we consume. And we also have to understand that a lot of the stuff that you're talking about and the things that we're pushing back against, they come from academia and they come from entertainment. And these ideas are not coming from us, but they're being filtered down to us through Black academics and Black people in the entertainment industry. And
Yes.
and yeah, and you feel me? And the reason this is happening is because these people don't really have the ear of Black people. They have the ear of the white power structure, and they don't connect with Black people. That's why you get a lot of whack cornball shows that you see on TV and on streaming services, and they call it Black entertainment. That's why you have a lot of white music coming through, and that's why you have a lot of people in positions who are Black who don't really have the best interests of Black people at heart. And then one last thing, and then I'll wrap it up with this. The reason these people have to understand that these people who have the mic do not represent the majority of Black people. They just happen to be in positions where they get a lot of visibility and they get a lot of access because they're feeling they're pushing forth an agenda that the power structure wants to get pushed across. Like I said, a lot of these people, like Karine, who's the spokesperson, who's the White House spokesperson, people like Meghan Markle, this whole thing about like the entertainment with the Little Mermaid, All these people who promote this stuff are projecting what they want to see, and they want to call it representation. It's representation for them because a lot of these people did not grow up around black people. So
Right.
anything that looks like them, anything with a brown skin, they're going to co-sign without thinking about the detrimental effects it has with people outside of their little circle. And that's all I wanted to say. Just people need to be aware of that.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, man. Real good information, brother. Man. But yeah, we just got to be careful because of the images that we see. We got to be really, really careful. Where are my Atlanta people, man? I'm out here. Like I said earlier, I'm in Atlanta. I want to go. I want to go get some clothes, but I do not know where to go. Um, you know what I need? I need a driving service. Y'all can recommend a driving service to me out here, not just Uber and all of that stuff. Need a driving service so that I can kind of jump from place to place to place to check out different spots because I don't want to be out here. I don't like waiting around for an Uber out here in Atlanta because I don't like waiting around for no damn Uber out here because you don't never know what pull up on you. Recommend a good driving service out here, guys, in Atlanta. Y'all hit me up. What's up, Adon? Let me get Adonis on here because I don't want to order an Uber. Then yes, Giselle pull up on my ass. What's up, Adonis?
So, when I was in like cheer camp in Texas when I was 16, one of the coaches, kind of befriended me and like, mentored me while I was there. And eventually, like, I'm gay, and I think, most guys there are, but for some reason he targeted me. And I think it was, because I seemed vulnerable. And
Yeah.
the administration didn't do anything as far as like, getting him, put in trouble. Basically, he started like making me do like some type of like, like submission type stuff, like sexually that I wasn't wanting to do. And just kept.
Wait, slow down. Wait, slow down. Now, was this coach, was he a white guy or black
Oh,
guy?
he was white. He was,
So he was.
yeah, he's about 28-year-old white man. He like basically was one of the coaches, and he, I guess you could say he, was dating me like I was 16. He was almost 30, but we were like dating. And then during that like courtship process, he kept like making things more extreme, and just like watching like this Jeffrey Dahmer thing, like it kind of like reminded me of him, like how he would like manipulate the guys and stuff. And he would like do stuff I didn't want, like he'd like, leave me like tied up and like make me wear stuff under my clothes, like chains and stuff, like to make it like where he was like dominant over me. But it, like, I started realizing I was in a bad space because he started controlling me. Like he had passwords to my phone. He wouldn't let me go home. He would lock me in places and stuff. But like he just really confused me, and that's what that show, that Netflix series, reminds me of. And
Now, you growing up, did you grow up with your biological mother and father?
yeah.
Now, what happened? And again, you've been on some of these spaces, and the word is that you only date white men, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like
Um.
I only do it. Like that's just what I'm primarily attracted to.
Okay. Again, that's a form of that Stockholm syndrome. You see these people, these white men abusing you, and you're still attracted to it. So, what is it about you that felt like you deserved to be humiliated by white men like that?
I'm not sure. I think I have, like I may have some issues, but they didn't do anything. Like in the movie, like they keep telling them what's happening, and like when I tried to get help, they basically just shut me down, like because they didn't want any part of it, even though I was
Who, you-
underage.
who, who your parents or who?
The
Who?
administration, the people that were over
Oh,
the cheer camp and stuff. Like I never told my parents, but they didn't do anything to help me
now why did your parents send you to cheer camp?
because I was like really into cheerleading at that time.
Oh, okay. Now, when did you come out as a child? How old were you when you came out?
About like 12.
12 o'clock. Okay. Did anybody do anything sexual to you when you were a kid?
Yes.
Okay. Was it a white man?
Yes.
What, a school teacher, a priest? Who was it?
It was another guy like I was dating. Like he was, over 18 and I was like younger. But
How did he get access to you?
School.
Okay. How old were you at the time?
I was very young.
Like how old?
Like, I don't really want to talk about it too much, but
No, we're not trying to get. No, we're just trying to get a general understanding. We're not trying to relive any type of traumatic things. We're just trying to get an understanding. I just wanted to know.
like I was young.
You're young, and he was over 18.
Yeah, like he
So
was a person like that I was supposed to be able to trust and stuff. Like it wasn't like he didn't like we didn't like I wasn't raped, but I was touched, and he exposed himself to me on purpose.
that's rape, man. That's a form of rape, dude. That's a form of rape that traumatized you. Your parents didn't know about that. Because I just want to know how was he able to get access to you, and where were your parents?
I was usually like I was pretty wild. Like I was into a lot of different activities and like go to like friends' houses and stuff. But like pretty much your parents, like my parents weren't really there much. Like they, dealt with their own stuff.
Were they together, your parents?
Yeah, they're married, but like this isn't stuff like I talk to them about. Like it's like they don't want to hear about any gay shit like
Right.
that.
Okay,
My dad doesn't like that.
slow
Don't
down,
talk to him about it.
slow down. Which one of your parents is white?
Neither.
So both your parents are black?
Yeah.
Okay, because you're very light skinned. How are you so light and both your parents black? I mean, it happens, but Oh, Anas, where you at, bro?
I'm here.
Okay. Now, where's your parents from? Where are your parents from?
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Okay. I'm just saying, like, why would they allow all of these people to have access to you, a black child? That's something that most FBA parents kind of know better than to give their child too much access to white people like that. So
Well, where I live, it's a majority white area. So all the schools, like when I was in school, like I was one of the only like black students, and then like towards the end, they started like bringing in more black students because I guess they gave out like vouchers or something.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, it's just primarily white people where I'm from.
Okay, okay. There's a missing piece here. Something ain't making no sense. Just I'm just trying to figure out what was going on with these parents and why were they allowing you to just run around as a child like this, where people could have access to you. I need the missing piece to that right there.
I
So
mean, like that's just normal. Like I'd always like spend
no,
the night at like other like people's friends, and like they'd be white families and stuff, and go vacations and stuff with white people. Like that was
no,
normal for me.
okay, that's not normal for foundational Black American families to do. We kind of know not to let the kids do no shit like that. Are they FBAs?
Yeah, I've sent you my paperwork.
Okay, okay, that's weird. Were any of them on crack? Were your parents on crack?
Definitely not.
Okay, something ain't right, man. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Something ain't right, man. There's something missing. We don't usually do that, man. There's something going on there. We don't sit there and let our kids go on vacation with white people like that. We don't do that. I don't know what's going on with that because we know what will happen. We know that's a no-no, and we see what happened to you. So yeah, as a father of black children, I'm like, what the hell?
I'm
Who
sorry.
Yeah, okay. Oh, no, brother. I'm just trying to, we're not blaming you. We're not blaming you. We're not blaming you. We're not blaming your family. We want to create a preventative scenario so that people can look at your situation and not fall for the same things, so that people would not be, put in the same situation. We want this to be something that people can learn from. But yeah, man, more power to you, man. We hope you get strength and healing. What happened to you as a child was very unfair. It should not have happened to you, and you don't deserve it. You did deserve it. You don't deserve people mistreating you now. You understand? Because when you were a kid, you didn't have any power. You didn't have any control over what people could do to you because you were a vulnerable person. But now you can control the way you react to that. You understand?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
My man, yeah, you be good, brother. Yeah. I'm compassionate with the brother. Yeah, I'm not beating up on the brother because that's traumatic. Kids getting touched on. I won't play that type of shit. That ain't cool at all. But I want black parents to, and I've said this many times. You don't let your kid in white people's houses by themselves. Fuck that. I'll say that loud and proud. You don't let them in white people's houses by themselves. That's kind of a known thing. That's kind of an unwritten rule in FBA society. Yeah, what you think is gonna happen? Let me tell y'all something. Let's keep it a buck. In white supremacist society, when a black person is in a white person's home, you are in a very, very vulnerable position because in white supremacist society, they have the right to do anything to you in their home. There's a real big thing about that. When you are in a white person's home, they have the right from the dominant society to do damn near anything to you. I talked about this before. It's that castle doctrine mentality. You got to be very cautious going up into white people's homes or suspected white supremacist homes, and you damn sure don't let your kids up in there. Let's look at the Jeffrey Dahmer situation. Like I said, they knew what Jeffrey Dahmer was doing with those black people in that house of his, in his apartment. They knew what Jeffrey was doing. They were taking victims up there to Jeffrey Dahmer's crib. Before they do anything to a white person who's harmed black people in their home, 30 or 40 bodies have to rack up. They have to wait till about 20, 30, 40 bodies are pulled out the house before they actually do something about it. That's a real weird rule in white supremacist society. You can do anything to a black person if they are in your home. That's why when we see children, black children being adopted, is always some weird stuff happening in them homes, and they don't never do anything about it. They don't never bring the children out of there. They don't ever save the children. Like with the Hart family, Deontay Hart, the little boy who was out there hugging the police, those white women had them kids, them black kids in that house abusing the hell out of them. And then when the word got out and they were about to do an investigation, the white women went and killed themselves and the babies. Dude, when you get up in these folks' homes, it's like vampires, man. You don't ever go into a vampire's house. The white supremacists are vampires. You are very careful when you go in their homes. And you don't let your children go in there, especially by themselves. It don't ever turn out good. You think? That's just what it is. Sleepovers, you don't let your kid have no sleepover at no suspected white supremacist house. You don't let no black kid have no sleepover. No. And if you go to birthday parties or whatever, you take an adult chaperone. You take somebody who's an adult. You don't never leave a black kid alone with these folks, man. Because if they do something to the kid, who's going to punish the white people? Nobody's going to punish them. Nobody. That's why you don't do it. Even if there's some innocent people, still, I'm not going to risk it. Because if they do decide to do something janky to a black child, nobody's going to punish them. So yeah, you just don't risk that. Let's get some more people in here. All right, we got a lot of folks in here. How many people we got in here? Okay. Let's get let me see. I'll get one more person because I got stuff to do today. Where we at? Raise your hand, guys. Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you want to get on. Raise your hand if your microphone is ready. Raise your hand if your microphone is ready right now. T.S. Giselle, no ma'am. All right, let's get Black Rhino. I think that's your name. Black, hop on, brother. Black Rhino, hop on. What's up, man?
Netflix, but I don't even got Netflix, bro. So what you doing is needed because you is telling people, you bringing awareness in the community. And I feel like we should take that a step further, bro. Like I feel like we got the technology out here to protect ourselves, like to be our own police in the community, and pay people that's watching out for each other, that's watching out and responding to different things.
Yes, indeed. I agree. And you have some people, I know there's some brothers out there who kind of patrol the streets in Detroit, and other places, but we got to watch that, because what happens is when we start to try to patrol the neighborhoods openly, a lot of times they'll put an agent in there. They did that with the Black Panthers. They'll put agents in there, and then the agents will start doing real funny style stuff. They'll start burning buildings down. So we have to always keep our eyes on the white supremacists. We always got to keep our eyes on them and what they're doing, because we can get it together if we want to. But the thing is, we have this bigger power behind us that's going to try to sabotage it. So you never take your eyes off the white supremacist family. You never take your eyes off them. All right. Anyway, let me get up out of here. I might come back on later on today, but I got stuff to do out here in Atlanta. Again, y'all let me know what malls to go to out here. I want to go to some malls that have player stuff. No hoochie daddy shit. Something with some player stuff in it that I can get. So y'all let me know what malls are going out here. Linux, is Linux good? I know Linux was going through some things for a minute. And first there was a lot of moisture, then there was niggas getting shot at Linux. So is Linux okay? Should I stay away from the Linux mall, ladies and gentlemen? Atlanta, talk to me. What malls are popping out here? Y'all DM me, let me know what's going on. Y'all be good. Papi Akute Lola Vuve.